What's up, man? Happy Saturday. Man, I was listening to Jason Whitlock, and he had a panel. And I'm in this, I feel like I'm in this world alone. Like, because I don't think people really understand me. And I don't know, maybe it's hard to appreciate something you don't understand, or, maybe you just should enjoy an enigma. I don't know. I try to really just enjoy the uniqueness of everybody, as long as they're positive. But, the people that most people would categorize me, it's like we have nothing in common. I don't see the world like you see it. I think you're no fun. I think you're stiff. I don't know. But then I'm not gonna live loosely with all the other, not all the other, but the alternative. And I keep saying that people need to stop with this whole Christian this, Christian that. I mean, golly, like the fact that you label something Christian, that makes it whack already. Like that's how I look at it. It shouldn't be a label. It should just be, like I said, your excellence should be the result of you really working with God to master something. That's all. It shouldn't be like you do something, then you just put God on it. I think that's lazy. That's just an excuse to hide behind mediocrity. I was listening to the conversation, and they were talking about the Super Bowl and TPUSA having an alternative to, and they had Chris Rock and people that most people don't listen to. And Shamika Michelle, she said they should have got Chris Brown, and I was like, yeah, if Chris Brown had a concert, I would watch it. And then Whitlock was like, well, they should have made it Christian. No, like, and if you make it Christian, then you confine it to people's idea of what a Christian is. And the people's idea of what a Christian is just so constricted. In fact, a Christian's idea of what a Christian is so constricted. I mean, it's like you look at it and it's like no fun. And that's not the life that God called us to. It's not. God called us to freedom. Not degeneracy, but freedom, to where we could just enjoy life. And it's like our lifestyle is a service. Our lifestyle is a worship. Because it says that that God is going to live in us, and we're the temple, right? Well, collectively we're the temple, but God is going to dwell in us. So it's like, if I do something great, like if I'm a mechanic, right, I'm not just gonna like put your car together and just slap it, do a mediocre job, and then just like on the receipt put like John 3:16 on it, be like, oh, I'm a Christian mechanic, I did it for the Lord. Nah, you suck. It was trash. You did a trash job, and you shame. And not only that, it's like it's a shame to God. Like, you suck. Like, come on. Like, that's not, like, I don't know. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, that whole Christian genre is just lame. And the reason why, quote unquote, secular people are so much better with art is because they're not constricted. They give you a chance to actually appreciate the art without preaching to you. They give you a chance to actually like it or not. But with Christian, it's like, oh, well, it's God, so, oh, well, you're supposed to like it. Nah, I hate gospel music. Talking about we gonna sing about Jesus. I don't want to hear that. I just don't. I don't. Why is that? Because half the time, people's, I guess, I don't know how to say exposition or whatever. You know, it's not. It doesn't even agree with what my spirit is telling me. You know, it's like I'm not gonna talk about that. I'll address that later. But you know, I remember back in the day. Remember that 3-6 Mafia song? That's another thing. 3-6 Mafia. Oh, it's the devil. Man, it don't have 6. 6 is the number of man in his bestial state. That's really all it is. It's, you know, and then the mark, you know, the number of the beast, it has nothing to do with what y'all think it does. It's really just gematria. And it's really a simple thing, nothing to be scared of, especially for us. But so the song 3-6 Mafia, back in the day, it's a bad song, but I like the song. You know, it was the kosher version is I got to stay fly, but you know the real version is I gotta stay high. It's like, whoa, you know, it's like, man, this is not a good song, especially when you really listen to the lyrics. But you know, people had like tried to stay away from that song because, you know, they were like, when they, you know, there's like a little it's a sample, right? And in the background, people thought it say you are king or something like golly, Lucifer, you're our king, you're our father, something like that. I don't know, but that's not what it's saying. It's a sample. It's like I know it's you're my dream, you're my pride, you're my darling, cause it's Willie Hutch. The song was Our Love Turned Cold. So that's what it was. It was you're my dream, you're my pride, you're my darling. Okay, so now it's like they're not talking about the devil. They're not talking about Lucifer or whatnot. You know, and it's like, okay, so are you gonna enjoy the song now? Now look, the song is bad. I don't want my kids listening to the song. And you know, that's the tragedy of it all, because it's like such a masterfully done song is exalting some of the worst things. But it's like, you know, the wordplay, the rhyme scheme, the beat, the sample, because I think DJ Paul made the song. You know, it's like, damn, it's like, man, this song is cold, but it's a bad song. But it's like, but see, here's the thing. It's successful. Is it successful because people are evil? I don't think I'm evil. I mean, I may be a little bit, but not too much. But, you know, it's like, it was enjoyable because it's a good song. It's not a good song, but it was a well put together song. Let me say it like that. Because they're not restricted by what they can do. They can just freely express themselves in an artistic manner, and it was a masterfully done song. I will say that. You know, so it's like, you know, why do Christians have to believe that they always have to sing about God or what they perceive as godly? Why can't you just sing about the human experience? It's like Willie Hutch. You know, in that song, he said, tell me why has our love turned cold? He was talking about love, and it's saying that, you know, he was in love and their love turned cold. Now, is that ungodly? No, but it's a great song. It's well put together. You know, I was listening to Rick James. I mean, these are not godly people, but I mean, the instrumentals and You know, the busted now, la 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 la. I'm like, yeah, this is. I mean, it's catchy. It's a good song. Is it exalting evil? No, it's just saying we busting out on the funk. I don't know what that means, to be honest. I would just think that, you know, you about to do your thing. I don't know. I wasn't born in the 70s or the 60s. Maybe I can ask one of my OGs and they'll know. But nobody wants to go to a gospel concert that is a substitute for Bad Bunny. I don't know who the hell Bad Bunny is. I don't know who that is. I don't care. If Bad Bunny was so good, I probably know his songs, but I don't. I mean, people gotta really just dump this whole label. Like, I'm a Christian. Like, oh, I make a Christian content. I make Christian clothing. I make clothes for Christians. Like, you're gonna go broke. Like, if you're doing that, like, you should just make clothes for anybody and just do your best. And then when they ask you, like, what makes you so good? Man, I trust God. I work heartily unto the Lord. You know, anything I put my hands to do, I do it with my might. You know, like the scripture says. I don't know, man. I just, you know, that's why it's really hard to really bring people into the city and keep them there, or get it to the point where they want to stay there, because it's boring. It's boring. Like, nobody, I don't know, man. I'm just being honest. You know, people are not enjoying the freedom that we were called to. All this behavior modification and forcing yourself to like something that you really don't. It's no different than sitting up in the church and everybody say, oh, raise your hands up and let the Spirit. Man, hell no, I'm putting my hands down. I ain't, oh, raise your hands up to the Lord. No, I'm not raising my hands up. Oh, this is the house of the Lord. No, it's not. The house of the Lord is the church, the temple, the actual assembly of people. That's the house of the Lord, not them stupid 501c funded building. Golly, like, I don't know. Like I said, man, I feel lonelier and lonelier the more I walk this path. And you know, I say things tongue in cheek, like I'm evil. I'm not evil. Like, I'm not evil. You know what I'm saying? I'm not evil at all. I don't think I'm evil. But you know, it's like the way I understand things, the way I understand life. It's like nobody even really wants to engage and really just see, okay, what's this weirdo talking about? What's this weird looking dude talking about? Like, nobody, I don't know, man. Anyway, that's all I gotta holler at y'all.